Students, today we are going to discuss the fourth chapter of Flamingo. The title is The Rat Trap. This is a short story written by Selma Lagerlof. She is one of the best story writer. In her story we find morality. Let's first come to the title of the story. The Rat Trap. The rat trap is a small tool to catch rats. You may have seen a rat trap at your homes. It's a rectangular tool made of wires. There is a loop to put bread or butter or any other thing to catch rats. It's a philosophical short story. I told you that a short story has limited number of characters. I told you that it has the unity of time, place and action. And I have told you that it can be read in a single sitting. That is, you can read it from 30 minutes to 2 hours time. In this short story you will find the philosophy of life. And what is this philosophy which I'm talking about? That every man, in one way or the other, is a rat. And this world is nothing but a replica of the rat trap. We are running around the beds set to catch us. Beds means the bread, butter, bank balance, etc., etc. They are called beds, which is put inside a rat trap to catch a rat. And in our lives, bank balance, bungalow, car, bicycle, and the things of comfort, the things of luxury, they are like beds set for us. Once we got into that, we will be in the rat trap of life. So this world is nothing but a big rat trap. And each one of us like a rat who is moving around the bed day and night, day and night. I hope you may have understood the title of this short story. Let's come to the character. This short story has one major, one central, one main character. That character is a tramp or a vagabond who moves from one place to another, who wanders from one place to another in order to beg and in order to commit petty thieveries. Yes, a tramp or a vagabond or a peddler or a rat trap seller, these four words have come for just one person. A person of 58-year-old who doesn't have his own home, who moves from one place to another in search of food, for begging and for selling rat traps. These rat traps he used to build, he used to make from the materials he used to get after begging. He put all the rat traps hanging around his shoulders and he moves from one place to another in order to sell them out, to make his living, to earn his living. Now, what? He doesn't have the Opportunity doesn't have the comfort of selling them at the footsteps, but he has to walk miles and miles to sell the rat traps. And while walking miles to miles, miles and miles, he keep on thinking about the world and its people. And he reflects, he meditates, he thinks deeply that this world is nothing but a big rat trap. And men and women living here, they are like traps who keeps on running behind the comforts of life, behind the luxuries of life. In order to get everything in life, they act like rats. One day, in order to sell the rat traps, he was moving on a lonely road. On the both side of that roads, on the both sides of that road, there was a forest, deep, dense, and dark forest. The day was setting off. It was December the 24th. There was a hut on the end of that road, a grey hut. He knocks the door of that hut in order to get shelter for the night, because different types of wild animals voice coming from the forest, which indicates that if he move further, he will be killed by them, he will become the prey of the wild animals. So he knocks the door, thinking in his mind that the owner of the hut will shut the door on his face. But what he thought was not correct. An old man of the same age of that tramp opens the door. The rat trap seller, or the peddler, or the vagabond, or the tramp, he asks for shelter for the night. And to his surprise, the old man of that hut welcomes him. He put a large pot on the gas stove and starts cooking porridge for the guest. He offers him a good meal of porridge. Then he offers him tobacco in the pipe. He plays with him games of cards, mazzolis. And he was so generous, so good natured person, that while talking to the tramp, he tells him that he makes his living by milking the cows. He has a cow which he milks and he sells the milk. And in the very last month, he has earned 30 kroners. Kroner is the currency of Sweden. 30 kroners is equal to 30,000 rupees at present. One may eat for at least 35 days to 40 days with 30,000 rupees in hand in the best restaurant. And whom he has told the secret? To a thief, to a beggar, to an unknown person, to a stranger. And he goes near the window. He puts out a leather pouch. Inside there was 10 kroner notes. 3 into 10 is equal to 30 kroners. And he waves the 3 notes in front of the eyes of the tramp. Who is really a thief? He puts the notes inside the pouch and hangs it carefully there. Both of them sleep at night, in the morning at 5. Both wakes up in the best of season, in the best of mood. The owner of the house, the host, has to go to milk the cow, and the tramp has to go on his own way. Both bids goodbye to each other and they move on their way. After 30 minutes, the tramp was in front of the door of that hut. The owner has gone to milk the cow. If he wished, he kicked off the door, and in one kick, the door would have broken into pieces. But he doesn't do so. He moves towards the window. There was window pane, glass pane. He punched the glass window. He smashes the glass, puts his hand inside, took out leather pouch with 30 kroner notes. He put all the 3 wrinkled notes into his pocket and went away on his way. On the way, he is thinking, how smart I am and how stupid he was to show 30 kroners to me. But soon he thinks that if I will take the main road, I may be caught by the police or by the owner of the house. He thought that. So he better moves into the forest, the endless forest, the dense forest, the dark forest, the deep forest, and he waited there to become darker. That when it will be dark, when it will become the night, then he will move on the road. Because he was a thief, he has stolen the money, so he thinks of his safety, and there was no safer place than that forest. In the next class, I'll discuss the rest of the story.